It's 11 a.m., you tell yourself just 5 minutes more on Instagram, and suddenly it's 2 a.m. Sound familiar? Your brain just got hijacked by what scientists call artificial dopamine strikes, and it's killing your ability to enjoy real achievements. But here's the good news. Neuroscience shows us exactly how to fix this. Here's what's happening inside your brain right now. Every pick, swipe, and scroll triggers a release of dopamine, but not in the way you think. Contrary to popular belief, dopamine isn't the feel-good chemical, it's actually your brain's anticipation system, driving you to seek the next reward. Dr. Anna Lamke from Stanford Medical School discovered something alarming. Our brains operate on what we call dopamine balance. When we constantly trigger artificial dopamine spikes through easy pleasure, our baseline dopamine actually crashes below normal levels. It's neurologically depth. Your brain starts requiring more and more stimulation just to feel okay. A groundbreaking 2019 study in the Journal of Behavioral Addiction tracked 1,000 participants and found that people consuming high dopamine content for over 3 hours daily showed a 40% decrease in motivation for challenging or meaningful activities. Their brains were literally being rewired to crave instant gratification over long-term satisfaction. And the result, a generation struggling to find joy in real achievements while being addicted to digital candy. Dr. Robert Malinka's research at Stanford revealed something incredible. Dopamine isn't actually the pleasure chemical, it's the wanting chemical. It drives you to seek rewards, not enjoy them. When you constantly trigger dopamine with easy activities, you create what researchers call tolerance. Just like with drugs, you need more and more stimulation to feel satisfied. A landmark study by Dr. Mauricio Delgado at Rutgers found that people who took regular breaks from high dopamine activities showed improved focus, motivation, and life satisfaction within just 7 days. The magic happens in your prefrontal cortex, your brain's CEO. When you reduce artificial dopamine spikes, this region regains control, making you better at delayed gratification and long-term thinking. It's like upgrading your brain's operating system. So how do you actually implement a dopamine detox? Here are 5 science-backed tactics that have been proven effective. Tactic number 1 is the digital sunset. Research from Harvard Medical School shows that screens before bed don't just hurt sleep, they create dopamine dependency. The solution is simple but powerful. Put all devices away 2 hours before bed. Replace this time with activities that promote natural dopamine regulation, like reading, journaling, or face-to-face conversations. Studies show participants report feeling more present and motivated within just 1 week of implementing this practice. Tactic number 2 is the friction engineering. Dr. B.J. Fogg's research at Stanford reveals that tiny changes in difficult dramatically affect behavior. Create intentional barriers, log out of all social apps after each use, keep your phone in another room while working, or use app timers. This friction gives your prefrontal cortex time to make conscious choices rather than falling into automatic impulsive behavior. Tactic number 3 is the replacement protocol. You can't just remove dopamine sources. Nature abhors a vacuum. Replace morning scrolling with a 10-minute walk. Swap Netflix binges for cooking experiments, or substitute mindless gaming with learning a musical instrument. Research from University College London shows it takes an average of 66 days to form a new habit, but the neurological changes begin immediately. Tactic number 4 is the scheduled indulgence. Complete restriction often backfires through what psychologists called reactants. Dr. Roy Baumeister's research on willpower shows that planned indulgence actually strengthens self-control. Designate specific times for high dopamine activities, perhaps 30 minutes after lunch and 30 minutes in the evening. This prevents the all or nothing mentally that leads to binge behavior and feeling of failure. Tactic number 5 is the boredom challenge. Here's the counterintuitive breakthrough. Embrace boredom as a superpower. Dr. Sandy Mann's research at the University of Central Lancashire found that bored participants perform 41% better on creative tasks. When you feel the urge to grab your phone, sit with that discomfort for 10 minutes. This trains your brain to find stimulation and develops what researchers call de-stress tolerance. Results speaks for themselves. Clinical studies tracking participants over 90 days shows remarkable transformations. Improved focus scores by an average of 65%, better sleep quality, stronger relationships, and increased career satisfaction. But the most significant change reported, a genuine return to finding a joy in meaningful activities. The neuroscience is clear. When you give your dopamine system a break, you don't become less happy. You become capable of deeper, more lasting satisfaction. Brain imaging studies show increased activity in the prefrontal cortex, the region responsible for long-term thinking and impulse control. You are not depriving yourself, you are upgrading your brain's reward system to its optimal state. Here's your challenge. Try just one of these tactics for just 7 days. Notice how your brain fights back. That's normal. But also notice the moments of clarity, the increased focus, the return of genuine curiosity about the world around you. Your future self is waiting on the other side of this choice. Which version will you choose to become? Till then, bye. See you in the next one.